On the 30th of August, there's going to be a ceremony to put the Luk Nimit. Whoever wants to come can come. It's going to happen at 1 p.m. The event will take about 1 hour or so. Normally, the event to put the Luk Nimit will take a long time. Some temple will take about 1 month. Many activities, at least 7 days. But for here, for this place, we take convenience. We ask the Sangha community for the date on the 30th of August, and we will do it within 1 hour. It won't take long. I don't like to waste time on long ceremonies because our human time is limited. It will pass days, weeks, and months quickly. Don't waste time with not so beneficial activities. Most of our time should be used to practice Dhamma, to develop our own mind. Our lifespan is about 30,000 days, and we sleep about 1/3 of that. When we are young, we don't know what to do. So once we grew older, we have to go study and then go work. We have to go feed our family. By the time we are aware, we are quite old. Or some people who have accumulated past merit, they will be diligent in their practice. But for you lay people, for us to practice without livelihood, working, to meditate all day, walking meditation all day, you won't have someone to feed you. We must know how to integrate our practice with our daily lives. The masters taught that meditation too much is take a long time. Overthinking is restlessness. The key is about having mindfulness in your daily life. Wherever you are, try to be able to have mindfulness there. The key is to combine practice with daily life. So as a lay person, you will not struggle with the question, not enough time to practice. Before I became a monk, I was a lay person for 48 years. So now I have only been ordained as a monk for 25 years, despite my age. Why did I become a monk so late? Because I still have burden to take care of my parents. Lucky that I didn't have kids. If I only have kids after I became ordained because I have so many disciples. Yesterday, also, when I was a lay person, I did not have burden of raising kids. raising kids is a big burden, not just livelihood, but also to know how to manage your mind, because you will be worried about your kids. At first, I did not want to have disciples or kids, but when I worked, I was diligent in my work. One work is require the body. If you work in a factory, you use your body to do repetitive tasks. This kind of work you can practice Dharma, but the kind of work that use the mind to analyze, think, and speak cannot practice Dharma because your mind is with the work. When I was a lay person, I worked in a job that had to use a lot of thinking during working hours. I couldn't practice because the mind was focused on the work. But after the work or during the day, I get 5 to 10 minutes of free time. I practice immediately. Like in the morning, I work 8 hours. In the morning before work, I was mindful of the body and the mind. I go to shower, to the restroom, to eat. You can practice throughout those activities. Get on the car. Now there's a train, sky train. When I was young, they had the railway on the normal railway, but also use electricity, but it's not a sky train. And then they all this converted to the bus. So when I go to take on the bus, there's a lot of people I see, and I was depressed, not sure if I can get on the bus. The time of the bus also varied. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come, sometimes they come, but they don't stop. During my time, the baby boomers, we had to struggle a lot. Just to go to work, you have to struggle. Very difficult. Getting on the bus is difficult. The was worried whether or not there will be traffic and I can get to work on time. Before the bus can move a little, my mind was restless whether I could go to work on time. I observed my mind during the journey. Sometimes I do calmness meditation, breathe input, breathe out, toe. A lot of people on the bus. I was being self-aware, and when the mind had enough strength, it observed the mind. Also had to be careful of who will pick my pocket. So in the past, people struggled a lot. In the past, we had to be careful of the thief in the physical world, but now you have to be careful of the scammers through the digital means. So every age there's struggle, but now there seems to be more stress because if we are not careful, click on some link, all of our money can be gone. Even when you want to meet a date in this life, in this period, in the past, if you want to date someone, you have to go meet them in person. But today, if you look at their profile, they could be very beautiful. But when you see them in person, they are very different to their pictures. So each age has their own issues. In the past, if you want to flirt with a girl, you have to go to the payphone and insert coins. Or if you had to call long distance, it was 18 baht a minute. You don't have enough coins. You have to take like a bucket of coins. In each era, there's their own problems. When I was young, the issue was the society was quite poor after the war. A lot of people struggling, but people were fighting. That the time, there were a lot of good monks before the World War and after World War One. A lot of masters in Luangpu Man, he came out to spread Dharma. People in that era had difficulty to make a living. People struggle a lot because a lot of people relied on agriculture, which depended on the seasons and the weather. Some years you can make a good harvest, some years you cannot, and people suffered. So people were diligent in their Dharma practice because they see a lot of suffering in their daily lives to make a living. Also, when they had sickness, but there were not enough doctors, sometimes there were enough doctors, but not enough medicine, or not having enough money. The suffering is a lot. The people suffered one kind of suffering during those days, and today they suffer another kind of suffering. In the past, the roads were still full of trees along the sideway. In the water, there was still crabs and fish. People had no money, but they still could find food. But now, if people don't have money, they won't have food. If you see, you will see that no age had real happiness. Each age had their own problems and suffering, but the phase of suffering changes according to the environment. So when I practiced get on the bus, it was a struggle. I practiced during working when I was stressed and I got up to go to the restroom. I observed the body mindfully. Go to the restroom and come out. I observe the mind, whether the mind was happy. So I was able to integrate my Dharma practice with my daily life. When I ate, go to the canteen, a lot the shops were selling the same food. I got bored. So what did I do when I was bored? I observed the boredom. One day I saw the shops made salad. So I wanted to go eat the salad for the fiber. So I bought one. And then the salad dressing. So I told the shop that I don't want the salad dressing because it will make the food too delicious. I trained myself. Eating, I trained myself. Sleeping, I also trained myself. I have mattress like you. I sleep. I put a wooden uh, uh, a plank on the bed to sleep on the hard floor. I don't find pleasure from eating, from sleeping, from leisure time. Life is limited. I use my time mostly for the purpose of practicing Dharma. When I practice Dharma, is I can practice all day except for when I sleep and when I worked. That required thinking. Apart from that, all time is open for practicing Dhamma. When you work and the boss is very picky, you are frustrated, you are aware that you are frustrated. You organize the meeting, and some meeting participant talk a lot of water, no content. You are annoyed. You cannot stop them from speaking. It's often like that. Usually, the heads of each department, I wasn't sure how they grew, but their maturity and their understanding of the issue is not so high. I see them and I was annoyed. I listened and I was aware. Oh, now they are speaking water, no content. So I opened my eyes and I wasn't really listening. So I moved my hands and being aware of the body movements. If the person can see me move, then they will feel strange. So I moved my feet, and then after a while, I listen if they are speaking on topic yet. Then if yes, then I come out and listen. If not, then I go back to observing my body. I do it like this all day. The monks asked me, how did I practice? Because I made a lot of improvements compared to the monks who practiced 10, 20 years. So I replied to the elder monk, I practice all day. So he wondered why I was able to practice all day, even though I was a lay person. So, but I didn't explain because I did not want to explain to a monk who was also the same disciple as the master I went to listen. The monk asked me, how did I do it? I said, I practice all day. When I wake up, I see the mind. The moment that it become awake, I see what posture I was sleeping in. When a thought arises, sensation and feelings arise. Like today is Monday, I see the mind doesn't liking the start work week. Like the weekend, it seems to be very short. But Monday, Tuesday, about 30 hours, but it seemed long. When you wake up, you see the mind, the feelings. Monday and Tuesday, the feelings are different. On Tuesday, Monday is laziness. On Tuesday is about boredom. On Wednesday is not so bright. On Thursday is getting happy, and Friday is very happy. Saturday is very happy. But the afternoon of Sunday starting to be sad. Anyone like this? Those who are not like this are good people. or they don't observe their mind. If they can observe their feelings, they will see that each day their feelings are different. On each day, I see my own feelings. I see the body movement sometimes. Being aware of the body and mind all day, training like this. When I see the bus delayed, when I'm aware of frustration, when I get on the bus and I get a seat, I see another feeling. When I get to work, I see happiness. Then be aware. This is about integrating Dharma practice with livelihood. Going to eat during lunchtime. After that, after eating, I did walking meditation. So I didn't do it in the workplace because they would think I'm crazy. Normally in the society, if you are not a mad person, you practice, and people would think you're crazy. But if you're crazy, they will take you to the monk. But in reality, if you're the mad person, you should go to the hospital. Some people have the genetics of madness. This is karma. This is shanokam. That you get the genetics that at this certain age you will get this kind of illness. Even if you practice, it won't help you. You need to separate. Some people practice wrong and they become mad. Some people who are mad, the key thing is when these people with psychological issues, they don't accept that they have issues, even though other people see them as problem. And if someone tells them to go see a psychologist, they get angry. And the people who care for them will think that it's up to them. If you read your mind all day, you will not feel stressed. And if you don't have genetics to be a faulty brain, so if you observe your mind, you will be happy. Practicing is about having happiness in each step. In each step, you have happiness. Every breath you take, you can have happiness. But that's not enough. We see happiness and calmness. It only suppress the hindrances. Hindrances is the kind of defilements that stop you from doing good. Like hindrance is kamashanta or sensual pleasure, desires. They are normally people are lost in the sensual realm. It's difficult to fix. Each day people want to find fun things. If the sensual hindrance cause you to want to find the things, objects to stimulate your senses, and you're hungry for the pleasure senses. When you get happiness from meditation, you will see that it's much more refined than the pleasure senses. If you can get happiness from meditation, you will feel that the five senses pleasure are like dirt. If you can enter deep meditation, you feel that the physical pleasures are, are, are not clean. It causes the mind to be dull, and it will further stimulate the defilements. You can fight against the pleasure senses hindrance. When you are in meditation, you are not upset or angry at anyone. You don't have the anger, annoyance, hindrance. Payapata, Payabad is to afflict harm on others, is a kind of hindrance. When your mind is calm and it has meditation, calmness, it will suppress the hindrance, uttaja, restlessness, and then is the so when you have meditation, you will not feel restless. When you have meditation, you will not think a lot. So when the mind is calm, it will not be restless and it will not be worried, and also it will not have skeptical doubt, because you can see that practicing leads you to calmness, which is a happiness. You can see that the results arise, that Dharma can really give you calmness and happiness. So you have less, you won't have skeptical doubt in the teachings. When I was a layperson, I wondered whether or not I practiced correctly, whether I was doing it correctly, what the master is teaching me. When I go see the master, some of them were sick and some of them were old. Why do they look so happy? Why did they look so happy even though they were old and in pain, physical pain? What mental qualities did they have? So what they teach must be good, because I saw the examples from the master that Buddhism must have something good. So when I felt lazy to practice, I remind myself of the masters who achieve that state of mind. Once, when I was already ordained, I go to see one of my masters at the Vishayut hospital. The next door is Luangpu Ha. Anyone know about Luangpu Ha? Raise your hand. Luangpu Ha is in the room next door. So I went to see Luangpu Ha. They allow one person to go in, because normally you are not allowed to visit a sick person. So I went to pay my homage to the Luangpu Ha, and we spoke briefly. And he was sleeping on the bed, and his disciple talked to me. I talked to his disciple and also glanced at the master. His mind was luminous, even though he was very sick. Normally, people who are in that, they would have suffered to the point of coma. But for the master, even though his body was very sick, his mind was luminous, even though he did not enter jhana. In his normal daily life, he had luminous mind, so he practiced very well. So it was an inspiration to practice more. Another time I went to see Luangpu Lian because I heard he was sick. Luangpu Lian at the fourth year of my ordination, I knew that if normally people, if you're not ordained for 5 years yet, you cannot go anywhere alone. You have to go with a more senior monk. You cannot stay alone. But because at the time I knew that Luangpu Lian, also at the time Luangpu Sujin, who I was close to, he was not available to take me. But I realized that if I don't go to see Luangpu Lian, then I knew that it will be too late. So I took a van to go see Luangpu Lian in Nong Khai at Thabor district. When I was on the van, I sent my mind to tell him that if I go see him, don't ask me for my number of years of practice. When I go see him at his temple, he was on the bed. When he saw me, he pointed to my face and he asked me how many years of ordination. What you did is not right. You cannot travel alone if you are just Navaka or monk who has not ordained for 5 more years. So after he scolded me, he smiled and he said, it's my duty to teach you. And then after that, he talked Dhamma to me. After that, he was happy. He had piti. He had joy, rapture, and he touched my robes, and he told me that at first he had a lot of suffering, and after he practiced, he achieved real happiness, and he will die in the yellow robes, in the monk robes. So he told me to also die in the monk robes. So I saw him. He was in great physical pain, but after he conversed Dhamma, his mind was full of strength, and he taught me in very loud voice. Many times I go to see the master, Luangpu Suwat, Luangpu Suwat Suwatjo. He was in Wat Pa Khao Noi Buriram. In his first year of, I went to see him in the first year of ordination. During the year, during the Lent, I could not go out to see him, but after the rainy season passed, I go to see him. I went to pay my homage to him. He couldn't even swallow water because he was sick. Doctor gave him a lot of medicine until he was blurred. When I go see him, he couldn't even open his eyes. So I gave him my homework that the master told me to observe my mind. So I observed my mind. Then Luangpu Suwat was awake. Then I told him, then I let go of my mind. But then I grasped back at the mind. And the master who was paying attention, he sighed. When he heard that, I grasped my mind again. Each of the master, they were old, they were close to death. But why were they luminous? they were much more luminous than all of you here now because they practice. And I know that the Dharma is good. And if you practice, you will know that Dharma is good and you will not have some skeptical doubt. At first, you may have skeptical doubt, but at first, you need to have faith. You need to have faith that Buddha taught he wouldn't be lying to us. Or the masters, they live until old age. Why are they happy and calm and peaceful and clean? They must have something good. So what they teach must be good. At first, you need to have faith. After that, you need to listen what they teach and can you do it. They teach you to have mindfulness, to have meditation, to cultivate wisdom, and you do it. When you have moral precepts, after a while, you think about your moral precept, you feel happiness that you practice moral precept. Moral precept is a kind of Dharma practice. To preserve your moral precept is Dharma practice. So when I saw myself or other people, they drink, not me. Some people, lay people, they intend to not drink during the Lent, the rainy season. But after they get the rainy season, they want to go to celebrate by drinking. I think they are stupid, but no, actually that's not politically correct. They are not so smart. But for the people who are smart, if they are mindful, they will realize that during the rainy season, month season, they didn't drink, and they save money and they had more mindfulness. And if they're smart, they will think that they will see that after 3 months, their mind was better. And when they think that they will have meditation because they feel happy, because happiness is a supporting factor for meditation. So from having moral precept, you will get both worldly and Dharma benefits. So you will see that what Buddha said about moral precept has real benefits, and you will have more stronger faith afterwards. Your mind is a stable observer, is calm, or sometimes it enter deep meditation and the world disappear. Even the body and the world disappear. There's no physical pain left. Only the mind. This mind is luminous and bright and cool. There's no day or night, no sun or the moon or anything, just the awareness. When your mind comes out from that state, you will feel that Dharma is amazing. But afterwards, when you cultivate wisdom, when you have mindfulness, being aware of the body and mind, then has the right kind of meditation that is stable and impartial. Like what I taught, have mindfulness that is aware of the body and mind in a stable and impartial manner. That is the heart of Dharma practice, of wisdom cultivation. Wisdom cultivation is not about thinking or listening to sermon. That is the initial wisdom, but that is just theory. You're just listening to the experience of the Buddha and the monks, but real wisdom is to observe yourself, your own body and mind. The mind is a stable observer, being aware of the body and mind, that the body is impermanent, being forced to change, and it's not self, it's just material that we borrowed from the world. When you practice and you are aware of the sensation, the mind doesn't grasp at it doesn't sink into the sensation. It's a stable observer. But if your mind becomes fixated on the body or the sensation, then it's not a stable observer. That is not the right meditation. That is where the people who study the scriptures cannot understand and cannot practice. The mind needs to be a stable observer, being aware of the body and mind, being aware of the three characteristics of the body, being aware of the three characteristics of vedana or sensations, feelings in the body and mind. And you will see that these feelings arise and fall according to the three characteristics. If you see the body, when you go see the dentist, and the dentist work on your mouth, if you go see the pain and you think of the fear, then you feel even more fear. But if you observe and separate that the body is one thing, the painful sensation is one thing, and the mind seeing this body and painful sensation is one thing, then the mind will not feel too much pain. That is just one phenomena that the mind comes into contact, and it will not further imagine about the pain. Like some people, like girls, they have period, they have a lot of pain. So I tell them that the body and the mind, the body and the pain are separate, and the mind seeing the body and the pain are also separate. So they came back to report to me that when they have period, they no longer have to take medicine because the mind doesn't magnify the pain to trick themselves. So you see that the mind, the body and mind are subject to the three characteristics. When there's factors to causes to make it rise, it rise. When the causes and factors are gone, they also disappear. Even the perception to be able to remember the five senses, the thoughts, you can remember the right perception, wrong perception. Right perception is seeing the three characteristics. The wrong perception is when you see things as beautiful, as permanent as us. This is wrong perception. When the mind see the wrong perceptions, you will see that it arises by itself because of previous causes and attachments. Or sometimes these perceptions disappear according to the three characteristics of mental formations such as greed, anger, delusion. When you get angry, you will observe the angry person, but when you practice, you are aware of your own angry mind. When your mind becomes stable, you will see that the angry mind and the mind are separate. The mind itself is never angry. The anger or the mental formation just comes into contact with the mind and is also subjected to the three characteristics. Even the consciousness aggregate itself is also subjected to the three characteristics. If your mind is stable, if you are stable, you will see that the consciousness arise in the five senses and the mind. The stable observer is the supporting factors for wisdom. If your mind is not observing, it's not a stable observer, you won't see. But if your mind is a stable observer, you can see that the mind arise and fall. You will see the wandering mind. The wandering mind will arise and fall. The stable knowing mind will arise and fall. You will see that wherever the mind arises, it also disappears, like the eye, the heart, the ear, it arises and fall there. It happens all the time. It's not us, it's impermanent. And you will see that everything, the five aggregates, are non-self. If you do this step by step, have moral precepts, have faith that moral precepts should be good. After you see the benefits of moral precept, you will have real faith. When you meditate, the masters tell you to go walk, you should go walk. Meditation, 3 hours, be aware of the body. After a while, you will see the benefit. That is good. Luangpo tell you to go walk, and you go walk, and you have awareness. And then afterwards, you practice wisdom, and you will realize that wisdom, that nirvana, nibbana is not far, it's right in front of you. But what is blocking you from seeing it is the defilements. Enough for today. I wanted to teach shortly. In the past, I saw Luangpu Lian teach 20 minutes a time because I'm getting old. I have taught about 3,000 times. Some master said that they said that listen to one of my sermon from one of the 3,000 is enough for the person to go practice and achieve enlightenment. Or some people who misunderstand, they will say, listen one time and it's useless. But the master said, listen one time, if you understand, you practice, you'll be free from suffering. I've taught 3,000 times. I'm getting old. I'm thinking about stopping giving out a sermon. So you need to help yourself because I'm getting old. I'm running out of strength. You need to help yourself. When I go to Bangkok now, thousands of people come to listen. I cannot help them one by one. You need to grasp at the principle and do it by yourself. Next, submit your homework. Number 1, in the formal meditation, I see the body sitting. Sometimes I see the body is not me. Most of the time I get lost. Sometimes I over-focus and get stuck in a down state. During practice, there is happiness. I know that the mind likes it and attached to that happiness. How should I correct this? You don't fix, you be aware of it as it is. When you feel happy, see that you are happy. Just look at it directly, that you like happiness. The liking the happiness is sensual lust desire. Whether or not the desire lasts, just observe directly, no need to fix. Number two, I like walking meditation because when I sit meditation, I often get lost in thought. I get annoyed that the mind is not peaceful. In my daily life, I observe the mind. Sometimes I see anger and delusion arising. I want unwholesome states to disappear quickly, but the more I want that, the more I see that the mind suffers, which is never neutral. the mind dislikes it and I hate myself, but sometimes I see that it disappears on its own. Is this mindfulness? Am I able to cultivate wisdom? Luang Por said, keep accumulating until the mind becomes impartial. Whatever arises, see it until it is impartial. Only when the mind is impartial can real wisdom arise. If you like one state and you don't like one state, then you won't have wisdom yet. You are making progress step by step. Keep leveling up and you will make and you will achieve more, and you will have more and more wisdom. The more wisdom you have, the fewer suffering you have. Keep practicing. Don't force the mind. Whatever it is, be aware. Like the mind is blocking your face now, be aware. Move and you are be aware. Now the mind is more brighter than just now. Can you see? See that the body is moving. Mindfulness will improve. When your mindfulness improve, your mindfulness will be automatic. When you have meditation, wisdom will be easy. Some people, they take a short time to cultivate wisdom. Number three, I chant metta as 2 to 3 hours a day. During the day, when I get lost, I know I get stuck in over-focusing. Cool energy arise in different parts of the body. I don't know what it is, so I just observe at the mind. I want the mind. I see the mind. I use the mind wanting to heal the body. I see the coolness in different places. I see that the coolness is impermanent. When I get lost in thought, I return to the chanting. So am I on the right path? Yes. When a cool feeling arises, be aware. Whatever arises, it falls away. Don't try to preserve that state. Just observe whatever arises. Your practice is good. Number four. I keep the moral precepts. I chant, I sit meditation, I walk meditation, I do the housework, I use the body as the home base. There is restlessness during the day. I will remember the body and feel that the body is moving. I chant Metta Kunang Arahang Metta to reduce restlessness. I get angry less. I sometimes know defilement in time, but I lose to them often. Am I on the right path? Yes. And also meet people. Don't involve with too many people. See people as needed, as much as you need, as little as you need. The minimum. Your mind is good, is bright, luminous. You can see your own improvements. Your mind today is different to in the past. It's very different. Keep practicing. Number five, I walk meditation every day. During the day, I see the body breathing. I see myself being happy when doing walking meditation. I see the mind running off to think more and more, but I'm still not neutral towards those states I don't like. There is still interference. I want to make the shaky mind disappear, but I still do not see that wanting this advice. So go see it. Go study yourself. If you can see that you like or dislike, it will be much better. The likes and dislikes leads to activity. It causes you to try to preserve one state and reject another state. The most important thing is to have a home base, being at the foundation. Now the mind is not at the foundation. The mind is outside. You need to recollect about your body and mind. See the body, see the heartbeat. Be aware. Good. Number 5 is good. Can you see that now mind is happy by itself? The mind that has meditation, it has a light kind of wave of happiness arising. You don't have to make the mind happy. It's just a reward for practice. Dhamma practice is not suffering. When you have good mindfulness and meditation, happiness will arise in the heart by itself. Because when you have mindfulness, you can only have 2 kinds of sensation, either neutral or happiness. It will not have suffering in the heart. Like number 5, you have mindfulness, you feel happiness. Or sometimes it's neutral, sometimes it's happy. This is the characteristic of a wholesome mind. For the unwholesome mind, sometimes it's happy or sad or neutral. Number 5, be aware of your mind. Your mind likes to move out. Come to be aware of your own heart. See the heartbeat. Just observe it. Normally, don't to fixate too much, otherwise the heart will stop. Number 6, I see the mind karma. I see the mind being pleased and satisfied with the images I see. Sometimes being sinking into my habits and defilements. Sometimes I recognize the breath as the nutrients of the body. I see the sense of me arising all the time. That is me. Please advise me. Please continue to do what you do. When you have the wrong perception, it will see the sense of self. Only wisdom can destroy that. Your work is to be aware, with enough stability and impartiality. The more you observe, the more wisdom you will have, and the more defilements will be let go. Here is your mindfulness is a bit weak. Your mind is sinking and being down. Open your eyes. Move. See the body move and be aware. It's better than sitting still. The mind will be sinking inside and not being aware. Move and be aware. Move and be aware. Move normally, like you normally do. The body moves and be aware. See the body moves like how you see other people move. Number 7. Number 7. In formal practice, I do walking meditation, sitting meditation for at least 1 hour a day. I have inclination towards anger. When I walk meditation and it has mental strength, I look into the mind and I see that the mind is restless. Sometimes I see the body being observed. Sometimes when the state is not clear, doubt arises. I see that there is doubt and I return to watching the body in my daily life. I keep observing the mind that changes. I understand that there must be a home base for the mind, but I still forget. What am I doing correctly? Yes, you are progressing step by step. The more you do, the more you will understand yourself. But for each person, you have more defilements than you think you have. Keep being aware and you'll make improvements. Number 8, Number 8, each day I pray and sit meditation 1 hour during the day. I'm with the chanting Putto as well as breathing meditation. I move the body and be aware, walk and swim and even swim. I feel that the defilements have become lighter. I can let go of the craving more. There is more refined happiness than before. Does this happiness arise because of wisdom separate the aggregate and see the true characteristics, or is just thinking? You see it, but you don't let go. Keep doing it. You're making good progress. Number 7, you don't have enough mental strength. You need to have more strength. Go do meditation with mindfulness. The body moves, be aware. The body moves, be aware. Keep doing it. Don't just see the natural body movement. Have mindfulness. See the body as a object of meditation. Be aware of the movements. Don't let the mind wander. This round, a lot of good practitioners. Number 4, number 5, number 6, you're good. Many of them. Number 2, you're making improvement better than just now. Number 8, just be aware. Number 3, your mind is sending outwards. The mind is moving out. Be aware. See, you're sending your mind outwards. Be aware of. If you have curiosity, be aware. Be aware of the present moment. Don't raise your, don't act. Just see it as it is. Smile. See, can you see this mind? This is the normal mind. You're not trying to put it into a down state. Enough for today.